Welcome to the training. I'm excited to teach you today how I retired from nursing with online coaching. So, I worked as an ICU nurse years ago. It's been 8 years, but I actually was an ICU nurse for about 8 years. And at that time, I just felt like I was living beneath my potential. I felt like I was missing out on something, and I knew there had to be more. I really wanted to be, do, and have more. I wanted to help people in a bigger way. I was tired of working nights, holidays, weekends away from my family. And I really wanted to just be home with my family and be able to help people. So that's when I started online coaching back in May of 2015. I saw people posting about how they were helping others, uh, you know, on social media. And I just thought, well, this is weird. I don't post on social media. I stay off social media. So it was weird to me at first, but then I started to see how they were making a difference, how people were actually transforming from their help and how they were actually earning income from home that allowed them to work less hours as, in their employment. And I just thought, maybe this is something that I can do. I can post on social media, help more people. And so that's what I did. I joined that health and wellness company May of 2015, started helping people get healthy. I was with that company for 5 years. I helped hundreds of people get healthy within that company. I taught dozens how to start their own businesses in that company as well. But I just got to the point where I was tired of promoting someone else's dream. I was tired of selling products and I was tired of recruiting to my team. I just wanted to be able to help people. I wanted to create my own program. I wanted to work with people on a deeper level and I wanted it to be my own, something that I created. And so that's when I started my own business, was at the end of January 2020. I started my own business. I was so scared. I started a lot later than I should have because I was so scared. I didn't know how it would work. But what really opened my eyes was when my dad passed away in September of 2019. That's when I realized that life is too short to live the rest of my life in regret. Life is too short to not act on my dreams and what I really wanted and desired. And even though I was scared, I really feel like God was making me uncomfortable to make me move because He had a bigger plan for me and my life. And that's where He was leading me to. And I'm so grateful that He did because I know that I couldn't have overcome that fear by myself. And I'm really just really grateful for the blessings that have come from online coaching. It's absolutely changed my life, our family's life, hundreds of my clients' lives. And I'm so grateful to be able to share, these gifts, these talents, the ability to work with people, help them change not only professionally, but personally in their lives. It's so incredibly fulfilling and so incredibly rewarding. And this is what I get to help my clients do too, is have more feeling of reward, more feeling of fulfillment in the work that they're doing. Because a lot of times as nurses, we feel like we're just putting on band-aids, right? And it's like a revolving door. The same people keep coming into the hospital. And a lot of the things that we say there could be prevented if they had taken better care of themselves. And we just have such a huge heart to be able to help people, to make a difference, to make a bigger impact. And that's what online coaching allows us to do. We're able to reach so many more people than we can in person. I remember when I first started coaching, that was one of my biggest realizations was this allows me to reach so many more people than I could as a bedside nurse. And I'm so grateful for that. Um, Absolutely, like, just I have goosebumps thinking about the gratitude that I have and the blessings that have come from online coaching. So grateful that we live in a day and age right now where the internet is a thing, online coaching is a thing, like it's real, and it's so possible for you too. So I retired from my nursing career 8 years ago this week. I was 35 years old and I became free from the shift grind, nights, weekends, holidays after working for 8 years in the ICU. And I did all of this because of online coaching. So when I started the health and wellness company, I was able to grow it to replace my income in about 2 years of starting. And so at that point, this time 8 years ago, this same week is when I walked away. And I remember how nervous I was. I was so scared. I was literally crying because up to that point, I had invested 8 years of my life, not to mention the other, 3 or 4 before that in college and preparing to become a nurse. And then also a year as an LPN, a year as a critical care tech, all of these things, all this time and energy that I'd put into this profession of being a nurse, and I was walking away from it. And that was scary to me. It made me feel nervous. Like I knew that everything was going to be okay, but I was still really scared to put in my 2 weeks. But when I did, I felt peace with it and I felt really excited. I remember that night we went to a neighborhood swim party with our church, and my boys, they were a year and a half and 5 years old at that time when I walked away from nursing. And we were swimming in the swimming pool together and we played Ring Around the Rosies in the pool. And I just remember like it made me start crying because um, I was finally free. I was finally free to be home with my kids, not having to work nights, holidays, weekends anymore, just being able to be with my family, which is what I wanted above everything else. And not only that, but I knew that I was helping people. I knew that I was helping people live better lives. And that to me was really important. And so I was just elated. I was so excited, so joyful that night playing Ring Around the Rosies with my boys in the swimming pool, the same day that I put in my 2 weeks notice to my nursing career. So I just want you to know that this is possible for you too. My dream was to create time freedom, not be tied down to someone else's schedule, to be together as a family more, have more opportunity for financial growth and helping others. When I saw the vision of what it could be for our lives down the road, it gave me hope and allowed me to dream for the first time. I remember how excited I felt when I first started coaching and I got my first paycheck from that company. I just thought to myself, this is real. Like, wow, I can earn money like outside of nursing. This is incredible. And it just opened my eyes to the opportunity of entrepreneurship and the fact that we can earn money away from employment. And I had never thought about that before because everyone in my family had been, in employment. I don't have any entrepreneurs in my family at all. So I'd never really seen it in person happen to other people. And so as that was happening to me, I just thought this is incredible. I can actually earn money away from like my employer. I just remember feeling really excited and free with the opportunity to be able to do that and be able to work from home with my family. It was such a gift and such a blessing. And did I think that that's where my life was going to take me? No way. No way. Like if we had gone back, um, I've been online coaching now for 10 years. So if we went back in time 12 years ago from today, I would have told you there's no way I'm posting on social media. There's no way I would have my own business. And then here I am today with this business that has gone from zero to over $3.7 million in the last 5.5 years. So even though it's hard to see when you're first starting, or you may not have even thought about it in the beginning, I want you to know that it is incredible. And online coaching is truly one of the best things that has ever happened to us. And I am so forever grateful. I can't tell you how much safety it's provided for us, how much comfort, how much financial security, how much reward, how much fulfillment. Like it's just incredible how it's grown me as a person. It's grown our family. It's been just leaps and bounds beyond anything I could have ever comprehended or imagined. And so my encouragement to you today is to keep pushing and honor the struggle. So if you have started your coaching business and you are currently working on it, I want you to keep the faith, keep moving forward. It takes time, it takes consistent action. This didn't happen overnight, but it did happen through consistency and pushing through a lot of tough moments. So there are going to be hard things that come up, trials, struggles, and these things are going to make you better. They're going to make you stronger and more confident. You're going to learn so much from mistakes that you make and failures that you have along the way, that it's okay to make mistakes and to fail. So don't quit when it gets hard. The only way you can fail is to quit. So learn how to rest rather than quit. Show up every single day for yourself and for your loved ones. Remember your why. Why are you doing this? Why is it so important for you to make this grow? Push yourself, have drive, be driven in your goals. Remind yourself every morning of where you're going, what you want to accomplish, and why it's important to you. And then don't be making any excuses, take full responsibility for where you're at. And that's really where my mindset really had a huge shift. I remember it was about 8 or 9 years ago that A mentor of mine, a business coach that I was working with that I had hired, taught me about this book called Ask and It Is Given. Now, this book is a little woo woo, but Ask and It Is Given opened my eyes to the fact that I am 100% responsible for my choices, my emotions, my results in life. It was up to me 100% to change whatever I wanted to in my life. And before that time, I didn't realize that to its fullest extent, right? Like I heard it before, that's great, but it didn't really sink in until I listened to that book on Audible, and it made me realize, okay, I am responsible for my emotions. I am responsible for my results. I am responsible for my income. I am responsible for where I'm at in my business. And it's up to me and no one else to grow and to get better, right? And so that is why I continue to invest in myself over and over and over again. When you invest in your professional and personal development, that is really when the game changes. And you have to make sure that you're investing in business mentors, not just personal development, because we've had a lot of clients who have, done all of these personal development things, reading these books, attending these retreats, doing these events, but they never hired someone to help them with the business side of things. And that's where the needle will move the most for you. When you learn how to sell authentically, when you learn how to market on and offline, how to grow your online presence, how to put yourself out there, because you could be the best coach in the world, but if no one knows who you are and no one even knows how you can help them, then you're not going to have a successful business. So it is so important to make sure that you are getting business help to put the pieces together and make sure that you know how to sell, how to market, how to put yourself out there so that you can actually get clients and grow your business successfully. There are people out there looking for your help. I can promise you that. You have gifts, you have talents that deserve to be shared with the world. It's really a disservice to not serve people with our gifts and our talents. Your dreams are possible. Your dreams can come true. And I can promise you that if you're willing to take massive action and never give up or quit. There are going to be a lot of times when it feels like things aren't working, people aren't watching, where is everyone? And I can promise you that when you keep moving forward, that's when you're going to get stronger. And that's when you're going to eventually see progress, right? Rome was not built in a day. It is those who tend to their garden and watch it grow slowly who will reap the benefits of growing that garden. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be super fast. It's going to take consistent action and tending to that. It's going to take a lot of patience, a lot more than people have sometimes. And so a lot of people will quit before they reach that diamond. So continue to push, continue to go, be driven. Remember your why. Remember why this is so important. Make sure you have a business mentor helping you to get your name out there so that you know how to adequately market your business and how to adequately sell and raise prices and so on. I will tell you that this level of freedom is worth every ounce of effort and hard work. And I'm telling you that you've got this and I believe in you. I know that this is possible for you. I've seen it in dozens and dozens of my own clients, watching them transform right before my very eyes. So I can promise you that this is possible for you too, not just for me, not just for them, but for you too. So if you want more information about our Elite Nurse to Coach Academy, this is where I will teach you how to start and grow your coaching business from the ground up for more freedom and more fulfillment. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the chat that you can click on and book a call with me. I would love to chat with you more about your goals, what you're wanting to accomplish. This will allow you the opportunity to ask me any questions that you have about our Elite Nurse to Coach Academy. I can show you what the program looks like. I can help you with any clarity or questions that you have. And we are enrolling right now. And so we'd love to have you with us. I know for a fact that being a part of this academy will change your life because that is what all of our clients say that it has done for them. It has changed their life, not only professionally, but personally. And I know that this is possible for you too. So I'd love to be a part of your journey. I would love to help you. So go ahead and click the link, book a call, and we would love to connect with you. So perfect. Thank you for watching. Take care.